Kathy, thank you. I wasn't sure what you were talking about. I really appreciate it. Good evening, everyone. I am nervous, believe it or not. It's a great honor for me to stand before President Allen, board members, members of the Alumni Association, my family and friends, and the fellow LaSallians to receive this year's Finley Award. Named after a very distinguished alum who gave so much. I also want to acknowledge his family members who are present tonight and also past LaSallian winners of this award. This award and presentation has led to a real soul search for me about my life today. A life that has brought me into connection with Jean-Baptiste de LaSalle, the Christian Brothers, and all LaSallians for the past 60 years. The one constant theme in God's plan for me has been a connection to the brothers. And I thought 60 years ago, what I was in for, I kind of let you finish that sentence. Let me tonight quickly share that journey and the connections, discuss the uniqueness that we have all shared here together, and conclude with a message of hope, gratitude, and responsibility. I was born in Loretto, Pennsylvania, oldest of six, avid Steelers and Pirates fan. I grew up on the doorsteps of St. Francis College, and that's where I learned about Francis of Assisi. One of the inspirations in my life, the other is Jean-Baptiste de LaSalle. I left home when I was 18 in rural Pennsylvania and went to Baltimore to a Catholic seminary. It happened to be run by the Saltesians. And wouldn't you know it, the Saltesians were the same group of men who educated Jean-Baptiste de LaSalle, my first connection. Go forward 6 years, 1971. I was stationed in Nha Trang, Vietnam. I used to regularly go to a school in a restricted area. You know the answer. It was run by the Christian Brothers. Go forward about 6 more years, 1977. I had moved to Olney, row home, one child, married. And I said, I should get an MBA. Wasn't very popular then. I'd just seen an ad for a little college called LaSalle College. And I looked, and it was only a few blocks away. So I came over and met with Joe King. Next thing you know, I'm a student, 1977, at LaSalle. Paul Brazino, my first teacher, who incidentally taught all 3 of my children, was my very first teacher, became dean, and we've been lifelong friends. I completed my MBA in 1981 in May, and in July, God opened the doors of LaSalle. They were looking for an MBA director, and believe it or not, that's where I ended up. And I've been here ever since, associated with this place, even now in 2025, where I still teach and I'm involved with the business school. I thought this was an appropriate way to tell you how my life and God's plan for me has been touched by LaSalle and LaSallians for 60 years. Although I did not have the opportunity to experience 4 years of full-time study at LaSalle, as many of you did, my journey through the part-time MBA program revealed a very distinctive quality at LaSalle. It was memorable. I said, something is different is going on here, and it was different than any other institution I had been in. It has taken me years to be able to define that special, distinctive, transformational quality. Many elements that make up the LaSalle experience are present at other colleges and universities, but here they come together in a way that is remarkable, distinctive, and easily experienced, even to outsiders. Currently, higher education in America faces its most difficult period, I believe, since World War II, with many institutions closing their doors. LaSalle is not immune to these challenges. Last summer, I returned to the business school to assist with the accreditation process going on, and attended the president's opening meeting last fall. To my surprise, I did not recognize one person on the stage. However, as I spent time working with the faculty and students and reviewing all that was taking place, I realized that Jean-Baptiste de LaSalle could have walked through LaSalle's doors today and recognized it immediately as one of his schools. The same transformation of lives was occurring at 20th Malling as it always does. Let me cite two examples that concretely speak to what I'm talking about. This past March, only 7 months ago, the chair of the AAC History Accreditation visit team from Detroit Mercy, in his closing remarks and closing evaluation as he was leaving, said the following: "There is not one Catholic school in this country that would not be proud to have the faculty you have here." The second thing that always has been telling to me is that rating we got from the Georgetown University Center on Education and Workforce in their 25 report. It found that LaSalle was top 5 in Pennsylvania and top 10% nationally for the postgraduate earning potential and power of LaSalle graduates in a 10-year period. That says something to me because I believe there is a direct line between the rankings and what happens in the classrooms, dorms, auditoriums, and hallways of LaSalle. And I think you will agree with these statements I'm going to make about the alums and graduates. They are servant leaders. LaSalle grads hit the ground running. If you want to get the job done, look for a LaSalle grad. LaSalle grads have grit and a work ethic. And thank God many of them still live in the area. This distinctive quality of a LaSallian education is hard to describe, but you know what happens when you experience it and when you meet its graduates. During my interview for this award, I emphasized that the city of Philadelphia truly needs LaSalle University. It is essential for us to share this message both humbly but loudly. This city depends on LaSalle because Philadelphia and its surrounding region would not be what it is today without the influence of LaSalle alums and this institution itself. We are an anchor institution for the Germantown community, the city of Philadelphia, and the region. We must begin to think of ourselves that way. As I conclude my presentation, I would like to take a moment to speak about my family. I am deeply grateful to LaSalle for all that I have received throughout the years. The university has played a significant role in shaping my 3 wonderful children, Julie, Robert, and Daniel. Not only am I proud of them as professionals, I admire the individuals they have become and the lives they lead. They have brought wonderful in-laws, one of them a LaSalle grad, and 8 beautiful grandchildren into my life. I am delighted that my goddaughter Jill and my niece Amy, both LaSalle grads, are here today. My brother Ron, his wife, and his son are also here. Ron has long been the anchor of Ed Firgo's golf team and countless There is, however, one dear family member who is absent tonight. The heart and soul of our family, my beautiful wife, Pat, of 54 years, who passed away this past June. If she were here tonight, she would be beaming. Pat loves LaSalle. Her love for it was bountiful. She even taught as an adjunct for Brother Jimmy Muldoon. Although she could not attend because she was female, she was often at LaSalle mixers. And you young people have to ask the old timers what mixers were. I used to tease her that she finally ended up with the LaSalle guy. All of us in our immediate family, myself, Julie, Rob, and Dan, have our names forever recorded in the LaSalle's history and books, except for Pat. To honor Pat and have her name join ours in LaSalle, the Bruce family has pledged, to establish Patricia Pat Bruce Memorial Scholarship Endowment. This endowment will support students majoring in biology or business. So Pat, you're one of us now. God's plan for my association with LaSalle apparently has not ended, but was made visible in the persons of Tom Lynch and Brother Richard Kessler, who asked me to team up with them as a member of the Blue and Gold Legacy Committee for Advancement. So some of you might still be hearing from me. We are making this pledge as a family because we believe in LaSalle and we believe in its future. I urge all of you to develop your own LaSalle gratitude list and ask yourself, how can I, in association with the brothers of the Christian schools, share responsibly in the future of this university? Thank you again, and humbly thank you for this wonderful award.